surprised how many people go in packs. And so now you're not approachable because you're with a group of people and you're having conversations. And so there's not a window to where someone can walk over and say, hi, I noticed you would like to, hey, talk to you for a minute or whatever. Because you're gabbing and you're laughing and you're doing Instagram and you're taking selfies and, you're doing all this stuff. But there's no opportunity for someone to approach you. And another thing is, and be on the online dating thing, be a little bit evasive. Don't always check in everywhere you go. And people are watching that and they're saying, well, she's never alone. Or she's never at home. She's so busy. She's not going to have time for a relationship. And don't let people know where you are all the time. If there is someone wants to stalk you, they'll be able to find you. So just, don't be so available.
Oh, that's very true about being available. You don't want to appear that you're desperate or anything like that when you're starting to date, for sure.
I just think that we've gotten so caught up in the instantaneous feeling of being liked on Facebook and all of these social media platforms that we really have no clue how to deal with other people. People just have no interpersonal skills. They don't know how to talk to each other outside of a tweet. It's like, really? You need to know how to really communicate with someone outside of texting. And I think we've lost that skill. And I think it's all of these sites are very underrated when it comes to finding that connection with someone.
And I've seen people on dates using their telephones and going to the sites and checking in and reading emails and things like that. We're on a date. Don't do those things.
Oh my God. I've been now engaged and I've been in a relationship for 12 years and there was never any pressure to get married or anything like that. We have so much fun. We travel a lot and we have a wonderful life together. So, but we have made it a pact. We don't take our phones out unless we have to. If he has to get a call, he'll go, excuse me, and he'll go outside and he'll do the call. But a lot of times we don't even pay attention to our phones when we're on our date night. Our date night is our time to really connect. We don't have any kids and we work a lot and we don't give each other any excuses not to get our work done. But the thing is, when you're there and spending quality time together, you should pay attention to each other. Talk to each other and find out more of things you want to do. Reminisce about what you used to do together and plan trips or little romantic getaways. There's so much you can enjoy being together when you are really present with that person. When you're constantly on your phone and tweeting and Instagramming and taking pictures of your food. Jesus, right?
I always think that's funny when I see all the pictures of the food and stuff.
I know.
I should do it on when I'm burning something, because I burn food a lot. So I should say, look, this is Monday's burnt food. Yes. Oh, that's funny. Well, I was looking over some of your information and you're quite a writer. And so there's a lot of information that you have out there for people to be able to look at and to read and really take away a lot of really good information.
Yeah, and my blog is jam-packed with articles, and I'm coming out with two new books later this year. So yeah, I've got several books, and I have 69 tips to enrich intimacy. I've got a game, Intimate Foreplay. I've got a little coupon book, which is fun because you can leave little coupons for your lover for them to find, and it promised them little decadent little treats for them. So I call those intimatificates. I have programs. I have the ABCs of Intimacy programs. It's a workbook program. It has an audio program with it, or video program. And I have a love perspective, which helps people to really understand how they view love, sex, and romance. And so I have lots of stuff out there to help people. We just gotta act on needing the help or seeking the help. Yeah, we can't a lot of people like their noise. They like their drama. They like what's going on in their life. They don't want to turn the television off or put the phone down. They want that noise and that chatter around them. When you're tired of all of that, and you want to shut it all off and really deal with your garbage. I always say we don't want to dig through our garbage, and we don't want to put it out either. We want to keep it around, and we know what it smells like after it sits around too long. We want to hold on to that garbage. Put your garbage out to be taken away. Get some help, whether it's talking to me or taking a program or going to church, whatever. Start dealing with your issues so that you can clear the path for true love to come into your life.
Absolutely. Well, now your website is Dr. Kat, K-A-T, Smith, SMITH.com.
Yes.
So there's a lot of information there that individuals can go to and get the book and the blog and all of that you have available. And I would highly recommend it. I think that what you have to offer individuals is really life-changing for sure.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I appreciate you being on the show today. Now, tell us if you have just a couple other tips to be able to, someone's really, really stuck and they want to be able to move forward. Can you give them any other advice that to be able to really reflect upon their life?
Yeah, I would say I'm a list maker. I like making lists. I like to sit back and, you know how we've gotten into the gratitude journals or dream journals. I would say, there's nothing wrong with taking some time with pen and paper and just writing down all of the things you've loved in the relationships that you've had, all the things you didn't like in the relationships you've had, and just really think about those things, especially the ones that you didn't like. Why didn't you like it? It was because that particular person did it, or in general, you don't like certain behavior. And really just think about it and think about, okay, if you encounter that behavior, what would be your reaction? Is that a deal breaker, or is it something that you can say, you know what, I don't like it when people do that, so please don't do that again, and encourage them to outline things that they don't like in you at that particular time. Because you want to be fair in a relationship, you want to have a give and take, and you want to be able to intertwine all of your stuff with their stuff. We got to understand, you're weaving in religion, gender, race, age, sex, all of the tradition, family, ethnicity, life experience. You're trying to blend all of that into a life together. So you can't have any unspoken contracts. You got to have no expectations that are not talked about so that you understand what is expected or not expected or whatever, because we all have different lives. So it's better to talk about things and to really understand what you want and what you don't want in a relationship, so that if it comes up, you can say either, nope, hey, that's totally a deal breaker, I'm out of here. Or you can say, I really like you, but that is most annoying to me. Can you not do that? And most of the time they'll say, oh, and I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't even know I was doing that. And you can move on. And you both grow in that experience.
Great advice. Absolutely great advice. Now, you also do private. You will talk with someone privately.
Yes, I do in person. I do Skype. I do Uvu, which is where I can split the screen if the people are not together. And I do phone. And I can go to my clients to a meeting of their choice. I just make sure I verify and vet it before I show up somewhere that I'm not sure about. But yes, I have several options.
And so we can get all of this information right on your website here. And you have on your website, you have your telephone number, you have your email so that people can contact you.
Yes.
So if they just go to Dr. and it's DR and then Kat, KATSMITH.com.
Yes.
And it has all the info. I mean, there's a lot of information there. All the programs that you offer. You have a tremendous programs there that people can join and be able to get some very needed, I think, counseling there and some help there. So
yeah, and they can also see some of the videos and things that I have been on with, like Huffington Post and Good Morning Text and all the different media formats that I've been on. So, I mean, they can get a really good understanding of my philosophies, how I work with people, and see what all the free information that I give on my site. So
right. And you have been on you've been on Good Morning America, Huffington Post, Alive, Good Morning Texas, Good Day Dallas, Fox 4 in Dallas, CW 33. So you've been on a lot of, and now you're on our station, which is absolutely terrific. We appreciate that. So Going Solo Network, we love that. So thank you so much for being on the show with us today.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, that's a lot of good advice, and we will definitely showcase you on the authors showcase that we have too. So I will make sure that I put all your information there, because I really do want individuals to go out there and get your book, which is ABC Intimacy. So I think it's very, very important book to read, especially when you're doing the transition of dating and starting to understand yourself, starting to understand others, partners. I think that's good information out there.
Well, thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, anything you want to share before we sign off? Because it went very quickly today.
Well, I would suggest that free program, 30 Days of Intimacy, that if they go on drkatsmith.com, just scroll down halfway the page and you can click on that. And it's a free program. And for 30 days, you can get all the information. And if you want to discontinue being on the list, just disconnect. You shouldn't get anything after the 30 days. But yeah, it's a free program, and it's just jam-packed with so much information. I would suggest they join the list and become, I call them intimates.
Well, you know what? I'll do it. I think it sounds wonderful. And anything that you can do to help yourself and possibly your partner, I'm all for it. So I think it's a great thing to do. We have to start with ourselves and just kind of work out. And I think that's a really good philosophy to have.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on Going Solo with Cece, and also on our station, WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We will feature you on our authors showcase, so everyone can also get a little bit more information about your book. And then when you have your new books coming out, I hope that you will share that with us so that we can do a little segment on them and put them on the website also. I would love that.
Oh, awesome. Yes, sure will.
That sounds great. Well, thank you again for being on the show. And again, I really recommend ABC Intimacy, the book. You can probably get that through your website, and also probably Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Both sites,
And then also packed with information, programs. You've got a lot of freebie stuff there that people can get a hold of, but also the 30-day intimacy on drkatsmith.com. That's drkatsmith.com. So definitely go to her website, check her out. You know, she's real, and I love the show today. Thank you so much, Dr. Kat.
Thank you, Cece.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye for now. This is Cece with Going Solo. We're signing off, and I can't wait to be with you next time. Bye for now.
I'm getting stronger with that.